now that the ATP season is over, there's only international play. Some people are gonna skip that and just go on with their off season. Let's take a little time to look back at 2021 and highlight the most accomplishing players and what I considered like the highlight moments. In my opinion, that's just for me. Obviously, you guys have your different moments. Let me know what those are. Tweet at me, reply to the video. But for me, obviously, you got to give Zverev congratulations for the most titles with 6. Impressive year. He gets a gold medal to go with that. He didn't get to a final, I believe, in any of the Grand Slams, but in all the finals that he did reach, he won them. So he's 6-0 in the finals. Good for Zverev. Ruud and Djokovic both had 5. Ruud's mostly were in the 250 level, but nevertheless, Ruud, what a breakthrough year. He finishes in the top 10. Breakthrough year. I was able to see him in the SD Open where he defeated Cameron Norrie in the finals. So that was good. Quality tennis by Ruud. All of that tournament. Djokovic finished with 5 titles. Obviously, his are a little better than Ruud's. 3 Grand Slams in there. So and the Paris Masters, and I forget what the other one was. But Djokovic, amazing year. He had the chance for the Golden Grand Slam. He had the chance for the Grand Slam. He falls one short without having the U.S. Open. But overall, and it's crazy that Djokovic has so many good years. So you can't even say that this is his best year, or probably even his top 3. But nevertheless, Djokovic had a great year. So shout out to Djokovic. Shout out to Ruud for breaking through, having that many titles, albeit 250. But hey, he's the one winning them. There's other people that wish they had titles. So shout out to Ruud. Medvedev getting his first Grand Slam, defeating Djokovic, preventing the Grand Slam, the calendar Grand Slam. So Medvedev, that unorthodox form is getting him far into tournaments, far into ATP rankings. So shout out to Medvedev. He gets his first Grand Slam. I think his first of many. I wouldn't say many, like 20, like these monsters of tennis. But I think he'll end up with maybe 2, 3, 4, 5 maybe. But he's a talented player. He's 25 years old. Happy for him to get his first Grand Slam. That FIFA celebration he did after winning the U.S. Open was amazing. I'll never forget that. That was funny. I didn't know he played that much FIFA, but that was great. Zverev stopping Djokovic in the Olympics. I think that's one of the moments of the year. At that point, Djokovic was flying high. It looked like he might even go for the double gold medal in the Olympics. He was doing pretty good with the mixed doubles. He was flying through men's singles, and you just thought, okay, he's gonna win. He's gonna win one of them at least. He's gonna win one of them. Probably the men's. No one in the men's group looks like they're gonna stop him. And he looked at the field, and it was Zverev was the last stand in a lot of people's mind. You had Kachanov, you had Paulo Busta. I think it really came down to Zverev, and that was the last stand. If Zverev went down, then most likely people thought, with the U.S. Open coming and it being playing on hard court, like this is it. It's going to be Djokovic, and he's going to do this Golden Grand Slam. We're going to see history. And Zverev stepped up, being a set down, being a breakdown in the second set. He steps up after, losing his composure, hitting his racket on the floor. He just complete 180 turnaround. I think that was one of the moments of the year. That was crazy. I remember watching the Olympics, and I was like, whoa, is this really happening? It's crazy. But yeah, and then losing third place, Djokovic, I think that's another moment of the year when he lost the bronze, and he just like, what? Like, tennis is so unpredictable on any given match. And when he didn't play the third place match for mixed doubles, that was like another like, whoa, what's going on? This is crazy. You gotta tweet about it. Nadal versus Djokovic in the semifinals of Roland Garros. That was probably the third set was probably the best set of tennis I've ever seen. That was incredible. That was blowing up Twitter. Everybody was like, oh my God, this is the best set ever. These two giants of the games are going crazy. Everyone thought going into the tournament that Nadal was just going to win it. He was going to get his 21st Grand Slam, breaking the tie with Federer at the time. And it didn't happen. Djokovic got his 19th. and then he won Wimbledon and he tied 20 with them. But that was an amazing match. That was an amazing moment. The team seeing two of these giants go at it, that was just amazing. I love that. That was definitely one of the moments of the year. Djokovic winning Wimbledon, tying with Federer and Nadal, getting his 20th Grand Slam. That's another moment. Djokovic, it looked at that point that it was inevitable that he was going to win U.S. Open and just get the calendar Grand Slam. He was on fire. He had defeated Nadal in Roland Garros, which is like an impossible task. He had won in the grass. He had won in Australian Open. It just felt like Djokovic was on fire. It was great to see them all tie at 20. And, you know, with both of them being out for injury, it just looked like it was inevitable that Djokovic was going to get to 21 in 2021. 21 in 2021. It just sounded great. It was a catchphrase. It felt like it was meant to be, but, you know, we all found out that Medvedev have different plans. As an American, Mexican-American, I think one of the moments for me was watching Taylor Fritz have that late surge, defeating Zverev, defeating Berrettini, defeating Rublev. He had a late surge. He finishes, I believe, as number 21 or 22 in the world, highest ranked U.S. player, still 24 years old, still has room to grow. That forehand, that defense is getting better. That court positioning is getting better. Taylor Fritz looks like he's going to have a great 2022. So that 2021 late surge for Taylor Fritz, I think that was one of the moments as a Mexican-American watching fellow American do good in the tour. Andy Murray continuing his comeback, playing the most tennis he's played in a while, being in tournaments, getting at it everywhere. You know, he's playing in San Diego. He's playing European Open. He's everywhere, and it's just nice to see him. He had some quality matches like against Tiafoe. I would have loved to see him live in the San Diego Open, but Ruud had other plans, eliminated him the day before I went. A little mad at Ruud, not gonna lie. I wanted to see Andy Murray, but it's all good. Andy Murray comeback, I think that's one of the moments for 2021, defeating two top 10 players in Sinner, and who's the other one? Hurkacz. I believe he beats Hurkacz and Sinner in like a 2-week span. So shout out to Murray. That comeback is coming along. He had the underhand against Carlos Alcaraz in the Indian Wells, which is funny. I think that's another moment of the year. A lot of people have comments about it. A lot of people were saying, you know, even the crowd booed him a little bit. I think it's perfectly fine. I like it. Do whatever. It's part of the game. He's not cheating. But yeah, Andy Murray comeback. It took another step in 2021. We saw a lot of Andy Murray on tour. He lost his shoes. He lost his wedding ring. It's just great having Andy Murray on tour, playing a lot of tennis, participating in a lot of tournaments. He's a great fellow. He has a good personality, and he loves San Diego. So he gets points for that as being a San Diegan. And speaking of Carlos Alcaraz, I think one of the last moments I want to touch on was just the Carlos Alcaraz breakthrough. He went deep into the U.S. Open, defeating Tsitsipas, and then he finished the year strong, going deep into tournaments and just looking like he belongs. He won the ATP Next Gen tournament, and I believe he's 19 now. He just turned 19, I believe. He's definitely the chosen one, the next one, the next in line. 19 years old, 18, 19 years old, from Spain, a wicked forehand, athletic. He could cover basically the whole court. So Carlos Alcaraz breakthrough in 2021. I'm going to end it with that one. Those are the moments of the year for myself. Obviously, I missed some. There's a lot of moments that were amazing. But let me know what you guys think. Do you guys agree with these moments? Were all these good moments for you guys? Which ones that I missed? Obviously, there's some good ones that I missed, but these are the ones that came to my mind as I was thinking about this podcast, this episode. So let me know what you guys think. Which were some other moments that I missed or that were special to you. They might not be special to everyone, but you might be a fan of someone, kind of like how I mentioned Taylor Fritz late surge. Not a lot of people would have that in their moments, but as a Mexican American, that one really, that's something that I appreciated. So just let me know what were the moments of the years for you guys.